Hello, I'm Joe Degger, host of Connecting Your Passion. But how do I get people to read my blog? I mean, okay, I start blogging. How am I going to get people to read it?
How have you done it?
How have I done it?
Yes.
Oh, well, I think one of the ways is that I've noticed one thing that didn't work. Okay, it's kind of interesting that my e-zine list doesn't go, which is my email newsletter, doesn't convert to a blog very well.
Okay.
That's real interesting, and I've started putting little tabs in it to try to get people to read it. But really, the best way that I've gotten people to read my blog is joining the social networks.
Okay.
Okay. When they sit there, and I've joined social networks such as Facebook, such as LinkedIn, such as Smaller Indiana, such as local ones, okay, that I've done with that. And I start posting them on there because there's RSS feeds, which, long story short, RSS feeds is real simple syndication. And that little orange button that you see on a website next to a blog, and you press it, and you can subscribe to it in your email box, in the Google Reader, or whatever, but that will bring that blog to you when it's posted automatically. But I was able to get people to start visiting my sites from that.
Right.
Also, what's so good about blogging is it's great SEO content. It actually starts, getting you found on the web, because I try to explain it in layman's term, which is about the only way I understand it, but is that it's very much like putting a web out there, or a spider web out there with them little points in the web.
Right.
And each blog is another node that's out there. It's another URL, like another web page. And the more that you're connected out on the web, the more that Google recognizes you, and the more active content. That's why active content actually plays a role in finding you. So when I started my blog, I've gotten more specific about certain content, certain things that I want to be found for, who I am, and that when you do searches on the internet, my blog becomes found.
Right.
Because I'm blogging about a certain subject. If you blog and put your diary on there and have no subject matter to it, it's going to be very difficult to get found on the web. But he's got a nice story, I think, to tell, okay, about just blogging and making a simple comment and how it's turned out. I think the Starbucks one is, is amazing on that one, on how to be found.
Yeah, I have stumbled across this basically because I've got friends who develop websites, and they talk about the keywords and these meta tags and all these other technical things, and I was showing him this friend of mine who does this for a living, how all of a sudden something that I wrote back in March or April was appearing in the top 10 page for Google for Starbucks advertising. Every once in a while I'll check, and I checked it this morning before coming in here today, and there's on the first page, if you type in Starbucks advertising, it's the #1 listing out of 4 million results. And that just shows me that, if you write things that people are interested in, Google can be your best friend. Because you can search through things for Google and their regular search on the internet. You can also search through blogs. You can set up alerts and things like this. If you use some of the things that Google has given us, it can help promote the cause or your business. But like you said, you have to do things that people care about in your writing. Content.
It's very content. It's got to be very content rich, and that's what I think. The message I try to get: if you're going to be successful in business on social media, okay, you've got to supply good content, and that's what will drive your website, and that's what.